What is going on, y'all? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com, and we are going to dive into some really important questions on this AMA. Less technical, more strategic, more mindset, but super excited to dive in nonetheless. But before we do, let's roll the intro. All right, welcome back. Today's question is brought to us from Nicole. Nicole asks, what has helped you the most to stay on track and achieve your goals both physically and in life with your business? What would you recommend other young adults to use to get up and get going on their lives to be successful, just like how you have already won bodybuilding shows and have started a business from the ground up, literally from your kitchen? All right, so great question, Nicole. I love these types of questions. I actually talked about this very topic this morning. We have a morning meeting every day with the Keto Brick crew, and we didn't talk about this specific question, but the conversation went in a direction that led into this point that I'd like to make. And I feel very confidently about this because I look at the world. I look at where I was in life before I saw the success that I have now, and I see where other people are going, where other people have been, and I'm very reflective on my own life, and I'm very observant on other people's lives because I'm trying to have a student mentality and just learn to be better, grow, become better, become more strategic, add more value from both a business standpoint, from a nutrition standpoint, both selfishly so that I can improve my own life, but very selflessly, but also very selflessly, and that I want to help as many people as I possibly can. Because when you boil it all down to its core, I feel like you have a very finite amount of time here on this planet. You're going to die. Everybody is going to die. And I feel like everybody's goal should be to create more value to others, to yourself, to others, to the human race, to humanity, than you take from it. If you are coming into this world and you are just taking, if you are a leech on society, if you are a parasite and destroying the host, then you are not adding any value. You are offering no intrinsic benefit to your fellow human being, and that is a very unfortunate use of a life, in my opinion. That may be harsh, but that is just the way I feel. I feel like I am very blessed to be alive. I mean, the chances that you are going to be born into this amazing world and have an opportunity to live is, one in a gazillion. So the fact that you're simply alive is a blessing. And I want to make sure that I do everything in my power to add more value than I take and leave the world having yielded a net benefit to my fellow human being. And that said, I feel like I want to set the stage with that comment, that viewpoint, before diving into your question. So your question basically is, what has helped you the most to stay on track and achieve your goals both physically and with your business? Self-awareness is key, all right? What do I mean by that? So many people don't know who they are. They don't take the time to look inwardly at themselves, figure out what it is that makes them tick, figure out what it is that gives them excitement, what are they passionate about, what is their purpose. If you do not know these things, then you cannot possibly be the best version of yourself, because if you don't know why you're doing the things that you're doing, and if you're not passionate about those things, then by definition, you can't possibly give it your 100%. You can try, and you can come pretty close. But if you're not excited about what you're doing and the underlying motivation as to why you're doing it, your ability to perform at an extreme level consistently day after day after day is going to wane, and you're just not going to be able to perform at that optimal level. And I feel like if you're going to be on this planet, you're going to be living your life to the fullest, you really need to know who you are, what motivates you, what gets you excited, what you're passionate about, and what your purpose is, and why you wake up in the morning to do those things. So many people go through their day-to-day in just like this monotonous humdrum, like it's just sad. It's sad. And I used to be that person. I used to to do what society deems important because that was the system that I was a part of. You know, go to school, go to college, get a degree, get a corporate job, buy a house, yada, yada, yada. But there was no underlying why. Like, why? Why do I do that? Why do I need to do that? Why is that the expectation? And not to say that that's wrong, but if that's the path that you decide to take, then know why you decide to take it. So many people just go through the motions in life and they're just constantly unfulfilled. If you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, you're never going to be fulfilled. And life's too short to live an unfulfilled life. I mean, if you are miserable in your day to day existence, I mean, that's sad. And I feel sad for you. And I want you to experience what life is like when it's truly lived to the fullest. So, knowing who you are and why you do what you do, what you're passionate about, is so incredibly important. A lot of people don't know what they're passionate about. They don't take the time to inwardly reflect and figure out who they are at the core. And that is a scary thing to come to grips with. Like, most people are not comfortable looking inwardly, being okay with who they are, being still, being in the moment, being present, and asking these tough questions. That's why we fill our lives and our heads with constant distractions, because being alone, being in solitude, being in quiet, being in darkness is scary for most people. We don't want to come to grips with our reality, so we distract ourselves from our reality with social media, constant phone calls, the internet, Netflix, TV shows, the news, politics, all this stuff, because we don't want to be inward, be reflective, be real, be honest with who we are. So I'm getting long-winded here, but to sum all this up, I would say know who you are, know your self-purpose, know yourself, have self-awareness, be honest with yourself, and if you have that dialed in, then you can truly, truly excel at whatever you set your mind to, because whatever you set your mind to is going to be coming from a place of underlying purpose and intention. And that is the laser focus that allows you to excel in things. I look at what I'm passionate about, I look at what I love doing, what I'm excited about, and I'm excited to wake up every single day and hustle it. Hustle that to the fullest and do it to my best ability. And that is why I've been able to be successful. So that's kind of what I just had to say about this topic here. Figure out who you are, have some self-awareness, self-reflection, and double down on your purpose in life. Figure out what your purpose is and do that. That is so much more fulfilling than any monetary amount, than any high-paying job. People get trapped in these golden handcuffs because they find a well-paying job that allows them to pay the bills and then buy a little bit more each month that they feel they need, and it's just totally unfulfilling, but they get caught in this negative feedback loop because then they have all these requirements, these bill collectors, these people they have to appease, and they can't break free of that. So before you even get into that, have this moment of self-reflection, self-discovery, and figure out what it is you want to do in life, because when you figure that answer out, it may totally change your life trajectory for the better. And that's all I gotta say. So Nicole, thank you for the question. You got some malt keto bricks, chocolate malt keto bricks headed your way, and I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Till next time, take care.